Let's look at the Upa escape. So far we've learned 2 variations of the elbow knee, 2 variations of the mermaid escape, and we've looked at the Heisman. So this is the 3rd or 4th escape we're going to be looking at. This works really well with the elbow knee. There's really 6 things I can do on top to stay on top. If Crippy's trying to bridge me this way, I can post with my hand. I can also, if he bridges again, I can post with my knee, and I can also post with my foot. So there's really 3 things on this side that I could do. Sometimes he might tie up this arm, tie up my foot and knee, and then when he bridges, I've used my hooks. I've used that live hook. We talked about that halfway through the mesocycle to stay on top. This hook here to stay on top. Another thing I can do, if he ties up my hand, ties up my foot, I can close to this hand. Okay, that's 5. The last thing I can do is I can keep my weight this way. So even if he's tied up, my weight is staying this way. So we call that just my head position. So there's really 6 things I can do to stay on top. So realistically, when we're doing Upa, we want to get rid of those 6 things. So split positions, we're going to learn them individually. But to hit this escape at anyone good, you have to do 6 at the same time, which is difficult. But we're going to drill them one by one. So there's different hand positions from here. Let's just say I do my what time is it grip, which we were setting up that arm bar. If Crippy just grabs at the elbow without outside hand to control and bridges, I can bring this over to stop. Okay. If he just grabs at the wrist, I can pummel to stop. So this best line of action from this what time is it grip is to grab wrist and elbow. So now when I try to pull this arm out to bridge, it's going to be difficult, but I can use my foot. Okay. I can also use my knee, which is something isn't really looked at. So if Crippy keeps his elbow tight in, that stops my knee. I can still do my foot, so now he brings his foot outside mine. Okay, so now when he bridges, let's tie it up. Let's get rid of those 3 things. So switch positions. So when he has this what time is it grip, I want wrist control, elbow control, so that makes sure that he can't disengage his hand. I bring my elbow to cover his knee, and this foot comes inside. Okay. So when I bridge, then I have this side stopped. But let's just say Crippy puts in that outside hook. Okay, and as I bridge, see the way his left hook is in high. Just drop down again, bro. So now if I feel that hook's there, we've shown you how to get rid of that. If it's up high, let's just curl it in and point your toe up. Remember, we just kick our leg over. So I kick my leg up in the air, bring it inside and move it. Now if I leave it there, he's going to put it back in again. So when I kick it up in the air and bring it inside, I bring my foot towards my butt. So it's difficult now for him to get it in because there's less space here. Okay, thank goodness Kiara's not in because he's a freak. He could probably still put it in. So I just bring my heel towards my arse. I'm not going to stay here forever, but that's getting rid of that movement. Okay. Now from there, if I just bridge to my side or even 45 degrees, Crippy's hand can close and stop. Okay. So the angle I want to hit, if you think where my head is 12 o'clock, I want to actually go to 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Okay, so that's what I want, even if he posts with his hand, okay? I'm bridging that way. Now, if you can see, go back. Why do you not go over? There's one more detail I want to be thinking about. I don't bridge over my shoulder, this part of my shoulder here. I want to bridge right up on this part here. Unfortunately, my head's in the way. So to get rid of it, I just move my head this way. And that's the last detail. So from there, I bridge to 11 o'clock. And even if Crippy posts his hand, okay, so again, I would treat this, the no-gi game, the same as the gi. I'm immediately getting rib cage control. Crippy's probably closing his guard, and I'm posturing. I want to end up in that position. Okay, so Let's look at that again. So, let's just say he's doing his what time is it grip. I grab the wrist, I grab the elbow. My elbow is controlling his knee so it doesn't widen anymore. My foot comes in and controls his foot. So that's taking care of three of the things, the arm, the knee and the foot. If he puts that hook in, I'll just disengage it by kicking it off and bringing my foot towards my butt. Okay. From there, I'm moving my head this way, and I know he's going to post, so I'm bridging to 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock. And again, it's one movement. It's coming all the way up, and then I'm turning. Rib cage control, and then I posture up. The last thing we were looking at was the head control. So this is one more thing I want to be thinking about. One more thing we can do from that position is, let's just say he's not doing the what time is a grip, he's hugging the head. If that's the case, Crippy's arm's just going to control my arm. His elbow does the same job on my knee, he ties up the foot. Only now this hand, which was grabbing the wrist before, doesn't need to do, it's free now. So you can either put it on my hip or like underhook as he's coming up. It just gives him a little bit more leverage. Okay, if I've got the hook in, he'll disengage it, bring his foot towards his butt, and when he bridges towards 11 o'clock, this hand can push. And again, that's just another variation. Just go back here, bro. Now, sometimes people get them out. They'll hug the head, and the last thing we talked about was they'll keep their head over there. So it doesn't matter if Crippy ties up that arm, and ties up that foot, and starts bridging all day. It's not going to happen. All my roots on this side. So you need to be aware that if they're doing this, don't be trying to upa, you're just going to tie yourself out. But I can't tap him from here. Okay, for me to physically actually tap him out, I've got to start bringing my head up towards his. So if he's already got his grips, he's watching where my head is, and the second it comes up, now he's going for it. And if he finds that angle, it doesn't really matter. Hit that 11 o'clock angle. The other thing you can do is, sometimes he's just sitting up. So I'll use my knee to get his hands on the mat, and then I can tie up this arm. Okay? So for the sake of drilling it though, if he keeps his hand on the mat, you're going to get caught in a nasty wrist lock, so just put your hand on my, cup that for the sense of drilling. Now you do the same thing. Keep it in tight, elbow takes care of the knee, foot's already there, this hand's free now. Usually put it on the hip. Okay? And then from that position, if the hook's free, I'll bring my foot towards my butt as far as I can, and then when I bridge, I'm always looking for that angle. Again, it just takes practice and drilling. So when you're drilling it, always get your partner to post with the hand. Because if I hit, say, I go to 10 o'clock and he posts with a hand, and then I go back again. So it didn't quite come off. So now I'll try 11 o'clock. I'm going to hit that angle, it's perfect. Especially, see the way I've rolled over and Crippy's got that underhook, that's very dangerous for me. Immediately I'm coming inside, rib cage control, stripping this, posturing up, and then I'm ready to pass. Okay, so let's play around with that, guys.